So if you downloaded the software, I will show you like how to go through, and at the same time also how to do a quick example and make sure that everything is working. Again, we have Harry Millwater and Nathan Crosby across the room. So you have questions, just raise your hand and we're going to help you to get you going, okay? The code is always available for download. So even if you go back to your office, you're going to be able to download it. Let me tell you, the current version that you have will expire on December 31st. That doesn't mean that you cannot get it again. We put expiration dates on the code to make sure that if maybe we have a bug or we have an improvement, you are not running an old version that is probably giving you trouble, okay? So for some of you, go to the website, the smartdtsoftware.wixsite.com/smart, and then just click on the download. If you get behind, just let me know and I will slow down. Once you click in the download, so just to let you know, Harry is going to show you in a second, we have two parts of the code. We have the LD, linear damage, which is fatigue-based, based on SN curves. It's a probabilistic code as well. And we have DT, which is a damage tolerance code. You can access both. LD right now is only available for the Windows side on the website, but DT is available for the Linux, Mac, and also the Windows side. So you're going to click in there, and depending if you have Mac or Windows, so just click if you have a Mac OS system or you have a Windows system. And what you're going to do is just download the one that is based on the system that you have, okay? And there is also an example problem. The example problem is contained here, but at the same time, it's also on the training material or the PDF files that you're downloaded for this training. If you get behind, just raise your hand and I'm going to slow down. So for the Mac, you just go to the .pkg and you click on download. For the Windows, you select the folder and then you click on download and it's going to go to your downloads folder. So just as it shows here, so you're going to click on download. If you have a copy, you have a Dropbox on your machine, it's going to show you the option to go to Dropbox. For the Mac OS, just click here on this one and click like a download. And again, as I mentioned, it will go to your downloads. So once you have in the downloads folder, just right-click. So right-click on the Smart and click on the Extract All. And then when you click on Extract All, it will ask you where do you want to save it. So you can either save it on the download, so you can select like at the desktop. So based on your machine, you're going to be able to select like where do you want it. Once you do the extraction, any location that you want, you're going to have like all the different libraries, dynamic libraries, all the different things that we use to support the code. But if you scroll all the way to the end, if this is like on alphabetical order, you will scroll all the way to the end and you are going to find the SmartDT executable. Okay, the only thing that you need to do is to double click every time that you're going to open the code. You can do a right click and create a direct access to your desktop, but this is the location where you're going to be able to find it. With the Mac, once you download it, it's going to be in your downloads folder. You're going to hold the control key and you're going to do right click and then you're going to select open. And then it's going to walk you through this installation for your Mac, okay? Again, if you get behind, let me know. Once you install it, it's going to be on your applications, and then you're going to find the smartdt.app. Double click on that one, and it will open the Smart for you, okay? So this is very important, and Smart has a working directory where we store like output files, like a probability of failure files, where we're going to have, for example, you want to export the DAT file that we're going to be talking later, or any output warning files, we have a working directory. So the default is going to be your user folder. So for example, for my computer, it's going to be users, J Ocampo, and then it's going to put like that working directory. But you can change this to anywhere that you want, okay? A good recommendation is maybe use your desktop for the training so you can have like a quick access to those files. I want to show you. Let me go to the next one, okay? Almost break the microphone. Okay. So I'm going to go to the Smart folder. or to the Smart software. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this one from the Smart, okay? Every single screenshot that we have in here is going to be, we're going to be using the GUI. So I'm just going to switch out from here, and I'm going to go into Smart. So I'm going to go open Smart DT. When you open Smart, this is what do you see. We're going to be talking like all the afternoon about the different options that we have. But what we're going to do right now is to make sure that you install it, that you're able to run it, that you get the results. So what I want you to do is you're going to click File, Open. Okay, so I'm going to go to File, Open. And I'm going to go to the installation folder on the downloads. Remember, this is going to point to your working directory. So you're going to need to navigate to where you have your files. So I put mine into the desktop. So I'm going into the installation folder. And then there is a testing example problem. So I'm going to open that testing example problem. There is an SMDT file. SMDT file is a JSON file that we use to open our GUIs, okay? So it's just for the people that is familiar, just a JSON file. I'm going to open the JSON file, and what it's going to do is going to populate like all the information. Every time that you're running Smart, you can save your runs on an SMDT file. You can retrieve those later, do change, and run it again. I'm not going to walk through all the different tabs that we have. We're going to be working through those. I'm just going to go to the run. Okay, so I'm going to go to the run option, and then I'm going to click on Start Analysis. So when I click Start Analysis, here on the Analysis Details, you will see that Smart Run. Okay, so you will see this run, and there is a couple of things that I want to show you. Every time that you download Smart, you're going to see when this version expires. So this one expires in December 31st this year, okay? Maybe 2 months from now, you can go download it again, and this date can be different, but feel free to do that, okay? How do you know that you got a successful run? So you just go to the results, and you will be seeing like that single flight POF output there. If you get that single flight POF output, so you have a successful run. Couple of things, you can export a DAT file. The DAT file is a way that you can run Smart like using scripts. We do it a lot, like sometimes we want to do some development, so we using scripts. The POF contains like all the single flight probability of failure information. We're going to be talking about what that means later. And lastly, you can export like your output file. So you want to export any of those files, you just click on it. It will open the file, and then you can export and save it into your computer, okay? If you were able to get through here, so you have a successful run, okay? So this is what I just showed you. As I mentioned, our current version expires on December 31st. Feel free to download it anytime, and you will see every version that you have when it will expire, okay? I think I will finish with this. If everybody was able to get your installation right. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'm going to switch back to the agenda,